So this little gem called City of Gangsters has been on a radar for a while, and a lot of requests have happened for a while, but it's one of those games that I've just kind of never got to it. It's just like, it's on my list, I'll get, I never do it. I never get there. But I'm going to get there now because all the games I was supposed to be playing in May and June have been pushed to July, August, and September now. So I need something to fill the gap, and City of Gangsters is a very interesting business management tycoon that takes place during Prohibition. In fact, it takes place exclusively during Prohibition because December 5th, 1933, when Prohibition ends, so does the game. Let's click New Game, and I can show you how it works. So first, you're going to come into this, you're going to hit New Game. It's going to give you this window for starting a new city, okay? Windy City, Chicago is the default, and that's great. But every time I get into a game and I see Detroit as an option, I think, hey, that sounds like me, because I live, near Detroit. So this is the Motor City. It's been long renowned for its booming automobile industry. Desiring a sober workforce, Henry Ford famously backed the Dammit Act of 1918, which was a precursor to the 18th Amendment. But as the sale of alcohol remained legal in Canada throughout Prohibition, neighboring Windsor, Ontario, became a hotspot for alcohol smuggling. The Purple Gang. I know a little bit about Purple Gang because they actually had some underground places and some hideaways in my hometown. So I'm not going to tell you about those because that just totally doxes me in my childhood. But still, that's an interesting thing that Purple Gang is in here. That's cool. A criminal mob of bootleggers and hijackers were perhaps Detroit's most notorious gang, going as far as supplying Canadian whiskey to Al Capone's Chicago outfit. The Detroit River separates the city from its Canadian neighbor of Windsor, Ontario. A lack of bridges means that there is no conventional access between the two cities. However, the river does provide scope for smuggling across the border via boat. If you work your relationships and build some trust with Canadians living in Detroit, you will have the opportunity to fund an agent and safe house over the border. And then you can transfer money and resources to the new safe house and utilize your Canadian crew member to procure Canadian whiskey, a unique alcohol resource that can be sold in Detroit for a tidy profit. Cool. So that's the summary of Detroit. I haven't read it before. I was been training myself on the game in Chicago, but I saw this and said, cool, let's do it, because the tutorial puts you in Chicago. Random value of numbers here. We'll just leave it the way it is. If you want to play with my map seed, that's the numbers. Cool. Let's hit continue. Okay, so you can be any kind of nationality you want, but I find that if you are, or I read anyway, I've read up on the game a little bit to understand it. There's definitely a learning curve to this game. Hopefully I can introduce it to you without a whole lot of problems, but if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'm going to start with American because I think most people around here are going to be that, and we're gonna change. Let's get a good look here. What do I look like? God, last guy was like Gus, wasn't it? Huh? Breaking Bad? Like Gus Fringa for a second there. How about I am going to look... Man, I don't know. Oh, you know what? This is going to be me. I'm going to look like this. All right, so I'm going to be Charlie. I'm just going to take Charlie Pryor. Yeah, why not? Let's just do the channel's name. And this is the... I want to have an official business. All right? Let's call this... We're gonna incorporate ourselves, all right? We're gonna be solid. We're gonna be the Priority Inc. is what we're gonna be. Taking a little bit of influence from a Software Incorporated days. Okay, so we can start with starting personality and stuff. We've got we can either choose random or we can choose the driver, brawler. We can choose a lot of different types of personalities, and these personality traits are going to give you certain skills. So in this case, talkative, sociable, careless. That kind of sounds just like me. Good at getting new information, but maybe not so good at keeping it. All right, you know what? I'm going to go with that. I think that's fine. And then select a starting skill. This one matters a lot more, I find. I feel, but this is my inexperienced 10 hours in the game feeling, is that this one's going to matter more than personality, but maybe not. Street Brawler sounds like something where I could get a good, outfits prowess with non-firearm weapons. Okay, so this is more like melee fighting kind of stuff. Cool. I think getting Territorial, I've read a couple of them. I think getting Territorial is a pretty good one. It reduces the cash cost for setting up new front by 10% and decreases the amount of time required for a front to gain control of an adjacent corner. if you're growing rapidly and stuff, I feel like this is pretty good, especially when it comes to the later game, like mid game and late game and stuff. This is going to have an exponential effect because the more fronts you get and the further away they are from your starting location, the more expensive they are. And so a 10% decrease, it just keeps paying for itself over time. So I think that one's pretty good. I was seeing organizing crime a little bit earlier too. I thought that one was pretty interesting. And then there was one more I thought was maybe a good one too, but I don't remember it. We're gonna go with getting territorial. I think this is a pretty good one. Okay, this is the start of the game. Let's get into it, okay? It generates the map and it's gonna kick us somewhere. It's gonna put us someplace. I don't know where it's gonna put us yet. It's now gonna be 1920. Charlie Pryor, 21 years old, American. You finally arrive in the big city of Detroit. The year's 1920, dawn of the Gilded Age. The country is prosperous, but divided. The National Prohibition Act just made it illegal to sell, manufacture, or transport alcoholic beverages anywhere in the country. The law is seen as an attack on city residents and immigrants who don't support the temperance movement. Nationally, nobody in the city takes this seriously. Naturally, nobody in the city takes this seriously. Illegal speakeasies and alcohol operations are popping up all over, and it's easy to persuade police to look the other way. We're going to be doing a lot of that. You arrive into this melting pot with a few dollars in your pocket and a family connection. You're staying with your uncle, Federico Rossi. He has a small business in the city and he's going to show you the ropes. But you don't want to run the family store. You dream of making it big. And in this situation is full of opportunities for someone like you, someone who's not afraid to take risks. As you get off the train and take in the sights of skyscrapers and endless crowds, you already know this is the beginning of something great. Okay, so this is a business management tycoon game. It is also turn-based, but you can do a lot of stuff in your turn. We're going to start here. Real quick tutorial on the interface and stuff. If you want to skip all this stuff, go ahead and hit the timestamps and stuff. That's why I put them there. So this little blue area here, this is our region. This is what we control. And you could think of the map as like a grid if you want to, but essentially you control corners. So this corner, this corner, this corner, etc. And there are very different businesses that are on the corners that you can get. So like these two here, to talk to these guys, I need to be on this corner, these two, this corner, etc. The blue area is the one that I control. Obviously, my character is right here. I'm in that little car right there. And this right here, Midway Fruit Market, is the building under our control as well. This is our direct control. And this is just a business that Federico Rossi owns, okay? So we'll look at that in a second. Now, as we move around, we're going to use our movement points. Top right corner of the screen, you're going to see a variety of different things as we play. There'll be more and more stuff expanding. But here's me. I have 11 movement points and 3 action points. And as we level up, we can get more action points, more movement points, etc. if we want to. It looks like we also get a bonus movement point because we're careless. Didn't see that, but I like it. We can move a little further because of that. That's cool. At the top left, we're going to have a lot of different overlays and stuff that we can bring up, throughout the course of playing. So if I want to isolate things like who's going to buy homemade beer, we have a little bit of information in the neighborhood to start with, but we don't know anything else outside of the area that we've already discovered. So if I want to know who's buying moonshine, it's right over here, that kind of thing. Likewise, if I want to be able to buy ingredients, who's got small barrels or grapes or bottles or... we don't know anything, do we? Okay, Stoneware Crocs we have over there, right? Likewise, who's selling weapons, right? So we have all these different overlays that we can activate as well. Now, this game is all about building relationships more than anything else. And a lot of people are connected to a lot of other people. And every action you take against other people, it's like a web of this person knows this person that knows this person, right? And so you might lose opportunities years down the road because you messed up and you killed a guy, okay? And that guy just happened to be that dude's son or something, right? So like that kind of stuff exists in the game and it's really deeply simulated. All right, there's the little bit of the basics. Now let's get started. The Midway Fruit Market is here. And it looks to me like the fruit market is a legal business, and it is now producing grape concentrate. 8 small barrels of grape concentrate will be produced every 7 turns, or 49 days, okay? So every turn is a week. That makes sense. Okay. We have a chat with Federico. He's like, they sell grape concentrate as long as the warning label is heated. Make sure it doesn't accidentally turn into wine. Yeah, accidentally. Yeah. Great to see you. So we have a favor that is owed to us here, and we can spend favors with people. We might earn favors as well, but we can spend favors to have them do things for us or introduce us to new people and stuff like that. I think for the start of the game here, I kind of want to get an idea of what we're going to ultimately have our business be. So we have this small commercial storage in the back of this business, and this is all the stuff we currently have. So we have 80 brick wine. So right away, I have a feeling brick wine, with the grape concentrate and stuff being what we're doing, I think brick wine's probably going to be our primary product, if you know what I mean. But we also have some hard cider, and we also have some homemade beer. And I think these guys were going to buy homemade beer, weren't they? Weren't you guys? Yeah, you guys wanted homemade beer right there. Yeah. So, because we saw that in the overlay when we were looking at it. So what I could do here, this is how the general workflow we're going to do here. I'm going to take the homemade beer out and put it in my car, okay? Because I know these guys will buy it. So then I'm going to click these guys. I'm going to talk to these guys and say, hey, what do you buy or sell here? And this gives me an idea of what I can buy and sell at this particular business. And I'll just say in this case, I want to sell them the homemade beer. Now, they have a positive attitude towards us, and it doesn't really matter, but the more you do business with people, the more they tend to like you. The more interactions that result positively for people, the more they tend to like you, and they want the beer. So I'm going to talk to them about the cost, and I'm going to say I want to get 20% over market price for this. Now, that reduces our favor with them a little bit, but for the most part, they're open to it because they want this product. It's in demand. So I have some in the car right now. I'm going to sell it. Let's transfer it over to them. They'll buy up to 30 crocks of this stuff, and they're going to give it to me for going to give me $144 for it. So right there, I just sold my first alcohol, and I haven't moved at all. Great. That costs me an action. So now I'm down to 2 action points for this turn. But if I head over to my business, or from my commercial storage that I have, I now have a bunch of money in my car, and I can go ahead and put that money, I think, back over into here. You don't want to drive around with money, especially if you have a lot of cash on you and stuff, because the police are also a player in the game, if you will. And if you run into the police, well, they can lock you up. Unless, of course, you got them paid off. So for this case, it looks like we're probably going to get into the brick wine business. Now, there's also this empty spot over here behind this. And this is where we can set up our own operation. So we can choose from a variety of different things that we want to create. However, we won't be able to create them unless somebody in our organization has a skill to create it. We start with the skill to create brick wine. So to set up an operation here, I need $700 and 4 lumber, which I have in storage. I saw it. And then it's also not red, so that's how I can tell I have it. And then I also am going to need a steady supply of crocks. Stoneware crocks are going to be something I need to keep getting because we're going to generate, and it looks like 6 barrels every 7 turns is what's going to be needed. The business itself is already producing 8. So we are going to be net positive on the grape concentrate. That's interesting. We're going to be producing more of the grape concentrate than we need. Okay, I can make that work. So we're going to need to find a source for stoneware crocks, but we're also going to need to come up with $700. We can get the $700 by selling what we already have. We start with the stuff in storage, right? So why don't we go ahead and we'll just take some brick wine with us. Why not? We'll take a whole bunch of brick wine with us. I don't think the police are going to be after us yet. They're not really know us. There's no reason for them to come over here yet. They're not suspicious. So we need to figure out who's going to buy the stuff. If I head over here and go to illegal alcohols, we can see that there are actually 3 businesses right next to us that will buy brick wine. Very cool. So why don't we go ahead and just drive over to this corner. Now that uses our movement, but it's still the same turn. You go to next turn when you run out of action points and you run out of movement, you're not going to do anything else, okay? So these guys right here, this is Harry Bolt, owner of Western Pharmacy, and he already knows us a little bit too. Probably our uncle. He's talked about us. People in adjacent corners and stuff already are, familiarizing themselves with us. And so we're going to go ahead and sell brick wine to these guys as well. They also will buy homemade beer and also fruit wine, but we're going to sell the brick wine. And of course, we're going to try to get plus 20% over market price. Of course, why not? Then we're going to go ahead and tell them they want 14 of it. We have more than that, so we sell it to them. Now, we also have this other business on the corner that we didn't see before. This is Fred Bolt. And Fred, we have 2 favors with him already. This is pretty interesting. What does he do? So he sells stoneware Crocs. So we're going to need the stoneware Crocs in order to make our own stuff. So I'm going to buy some of those from him. Now, let's say I want to talk about your price. Let's see if I can get a discount. All right. How about we get a 20% discount from this guy on buying this? And he's okay with that. You got a deal. He's like, because he already likes us. He's like, yeah, it's fine. For you, Charlie, anything, right? So we'll go ahead and hit this. And then I want to bring as much as I can into my car. Now, my car's got limited space, so I can't buy all of them. I'm 100% full, but I can buy 14. So use the money I already got from this sale to buy the Crocs. Let's head over to this corner. I'm going to drop off the Crocs real quick. We're just going to take the Crocs, pop them into inventory. And as soon as we get to, what was it, 45? Is that what it said? 45 Crocs. At that point, our operation would start generating brick wine for us if we had it set up. So the goal here is to get 700 bucks so that we can start setting this up, and then also make sure we have enough Crocs in there too. Okay. All right. So let's head over to that corner. Before we do that, though, might as well just pick up some more brick wine, load our car back up again. There we go. And I probably should have dropped off the money because I was right there. You don't want to drive around with a lot of cash, but it's fine. So these guys here also like us, but for some reason, they won't buy it from us. Why? Well, because I'm out of action points. But the thing is, we can still use this turn to explore a little bit. So let's head over this way, and then over this way, and then over this way. Oh, I can't go that way. So I'm out of action, or I'm out of movement now. Revealing new places, I think, takes extra. So it's fine. So we'll come over here, and we'll end our turn here. A week passes, and we got company. All right. So this is Gibbs' crew. You met some local troublemakers, Gibbs' crew. It's a small operation that you might be able to use to your advantage. So Gibbs' crew can give us trouble because they're like a really small time operation. They only own one corner. They don't expand, but they can be very annoying because they most likely are over here to pressure some of these businesses so that they won't work with anybody. So it's a chance that I won't be able to sell anything for these guys if I figure out who they are. Right now, I haven't discovered who they are because they're question marks, but I know that there are businesses there that I could look at. Okay, we want to sell the brick wine. So I'm going to tell these guys I got it, and I'm going to try to get my price. Yep. Let's get 20% over, and we're going to sell you all you want. 13 for you. There you go. These guys were willing to do it too, I think. This is Wallace Jones. Here we go. Brick wine right here. Talk about the cost. 20% over market. And you'll buy up to 28. You'll buy the rest of them. Cool. Okay, I got a bunch of cash in the car now. Let's head back to my corner, and we're going to drop off that cash. So that cash goes into here. Now I got 1,100 bucks in here. Perfect. Now I can go over to this place, start my new operation, and $700 is right here, ready to go, build. Yep, there you go. It's going to take 5 turns to happen there, so a month to make that happen, okay? But when that's operational, it will be able to create brick wine for us because I'm going to run out of supply here to try to sell it to everybody, right? So, yeah, don't want to do that. Let's go ahead and get rid of... we'll get a little bit of cash because I might want to get some people. So the next thing we want to do, now that we got that set up, the next thing we want to do is find connections, get connections to people that might have things that we know, all right, or have things that that we need. Okay, so I already have a good connection with this person, and you see this little icon? It says that they know someone who might be particularly useful to me. So one thing I could do is I could go into my favors area here. This is what this icon is for favors, and it says you've got a good relationship, and you said you'd be willing to help me out whenever you can. Let's talk about it. So, anything for a friend? What can I do? All right. So, do you know anyone buying what I've got for sale or selling anything I need? Is one of the options that I could ask this person about. I could also ask this person if they'd be willing to start a front with me. Now, I think this person's a little too close. I don't need a front here, but maybe another street over would be okay for that. But I think because this right here, it says they know someone who might be particularly useful to me. I think it's probably this. So let's get an introduction to somebody useful. All right. You should meet my niece, Lillian. All right, tell me more. All right, so her niece is over here on that corner. Perfect. I trust your judgment. Please put in a good word for me. I used up a favor, and now this person already has a somewhat positive opinion of me because Lorraine has put in a good word for me first. Okay, so if I head over to this corner, if I talk to this one here, which I don't have any action points left, so I can't reveal what that is, but if I was to talk to this person, they would not know who I am. They would have a zero neutral opinion of me. But this person, Lorraine's lunch counter, well, they already have a slightly positive opinion of me because of that mutual acquaintance. So relationships in this game is a really important thing. And some people will just refuse to work with you if they don't like you, or they know somebody who doesn't like you, and vice versa. They might be overly enthusiastic about even paying you monthly for protection money, right? They might be okay with that as long as they have a good opinion of you already. So I can't do anything because I'm out of action points, but I can reveal some things. So let's just kind of maybe drive over and get a little revealing. And oh my gosh, there are 2 more of you here. The Nikitten boys and Lang's crew. Okay, so there's 3 troublemaking crews really close by. All right, I mean, it's good to understand where you are. It's good to kind of get a feel for your surroundings and stuff. So while everything's building, this is what we're going to do. I only got $35 in my car, so I'm not really worried about cops or anything. There's no reason for them to arrest me. I got nothing on me. All right, so that's a new turn, June 15th. Let's go ahead and talk to this person now. And there's one favor here. I'm not opposed to this becoming this could be my front. I think this could be a good front. Maybe we'll start this as a front. So a front is how we expand our territory. All right. So we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk to Lillian. Sorry. Anything for a friend? What can I do? And so I'm going to say our outfit wants to expand our territory and take over this part of the city. And I want you to run a front for us in your fine establishment. Now, before I do that, I should check her stats, because some people have personality traits and they're not going to be comfortable with this. And so it might not be a good idea to try my favor out with this, because if she won't do it, it don't matter, right? So in this case, she has 2 personality traits. She's weak, but she's attractive. So people just enjoy being around this person. And she's weak, so keep them away from things that could cause harm. That's not a big deal. And actually having someone attractive at the front is not a big deal either, right? She should show up. She puts in a good mood, puts in a good word for people. They're generally positive towards her because of her attractiveness. So that's not a bad thing for having somebody at the front of our business. But is she going to be okay with doing what needs to be done, right? You know what I mean? So our outfit wants to expand our territory and take over this part of the city. Let's try this. What exactly is involved? Well, it's pretty simple. First, we need you to get locals on our side and gain some respect as benevolent protectors. So keep your ear to the ground for any opportunities to throw some money around for good cause. You got us so far? I sure do. What happens then once your respect is spread? Well, once people know about us, we can control a new corner. Our outfit will extend an offer of protection to local businesses. We will help protect our friends from misfortune, and in exchange, they will come here to drop off some envelopes. I'll need you to collect them for me and not ask any questions. And I know you're hesitant, so I'll throw in $110 to sweeten the deal. Okay, so I'm going to have to get a little bit of money in her favor or in her pocket to get her on board with this. And she thinks it'd be an honor to work for me. Good. So now I need to get $110. All right. And then I can use that favor. So I need to come back over to my corner. Here we go. I'm going to grab $110 out of this. I'm going to go back over to that corner. And I'm using up my movement, not my action points. And then same thing right here. We're just going to tell this person to do that. We're going to give her $110 and she's going to start this front. So with this, a new corner now acknowledges that myself and my crew are in charge around here. Everyone knows who we are now and that we mean business. So this is now another square area here. All right, there's a couple of things that we can need to do for this front. Now I need to keep supporting this front. That's financial support, right? So I'm going to have to come in here periodically and give them money. However, we have another business on this corner. And this business, well, I think this business could probably use a little bit of our protection, don't you? Huh? So this corner is mine now. I want you to listen to me. and listen carefully. Now, I can make a positive impact on this person. I could buy and sell. They want to buy homemade beer. I don't have homemade beer, but if I had homemade beer, I could start doing business with this person. I have something they want that would improve my relationship. They make them more open to, doing this. But for now, I don't have that. And I don't want to have to financially support this corner out of my own pocket. I mean, why would I want to do that? So I can get in here and say, hey, look, this corner's mine now. And this guy's like, oh, yeah? Yeah. So, it's our burden to make sure nothing bad happens to this corner. For example, buildings like this old construction, they burn down all the time. But together we can make sure that doesn't happen. What do you want from me? Cash for starters. We will drop off $20 every month at Lillian Myers. Do you understand each other? Yeah, so $20 a month is what we're going to have here, okay? So I'm going to demand payment. That's going to make him not like me much. He doesn't like me. Your kind makes living here awful. That happens, but he's going to pay. All right? He's going to pay, and that's it. And they resent being extorted. That only lasts 25 turns. So eventually he's going to get a little more open to me. And if I can start finding a way to make homemade beer and deliver something he wants to him for a good price, well, might be more open to doing business with me in the future there too. So right now, he is going to pay me protection money. And that's going to go over here to Lillian. And then Lillian is going to have to take her cut out of that money to keep the front running. Okay. So now I don't have to worry about paying her to keep the front running. She's going to take her cut out of the envelopes. The other thing we can have her do for us here, and it looks like she's learned new skills, is something that we can probably learn here for her as well. So I'm going to click this to see what this is. In addition to collecting these envelopes and cash for you, I'd be happy to collect materials from around the neighborhood to help with your booze production. I would just ask for you to help and build some extra storage at my place. Interesting. So I can learn ethnic solidarity. Tell me more about this. Take advantage of shared background with a friend to get a variety of benefits from your fellow immigrants. I mean, I'm American, so I don't know about that. Acquiring this skill allows you to expand some of your operations where you produce booze. Skills are learned by the entire crew, so everyone will be able to benefit from the knowledge. I don't know if I mean, it sounds useful, but there's a lot of American around here, Like, she's American. That's one of the reasons why we're in, good opinion of us and stuff and willing to work with us. So we're both from the same ethnicity and stuff. I could say that sounds useful. What do you need? That's fine. She needs $1,200. All right, I changed my mind. I don't need that. What I'd rather have done here is I'm going to say, how's our front doing? And she's like, I have some ideas on how to boost the locals' respect for your outfit. All right, so she knows this local neighborhood better than I do, right? So she's got ideas on how we can improve my image in some of these people so that they'd be open to working with me, right? So let's talk about the locals, all right? What do we need? All right, so this corner here, she's talking about. Just so happens that the kid is in here, but that's fine. This corner here, she says they had a woman come in asking for help. Her husband died during the Great War, and now she's having trouble making ends meet. I think helping out some poor widows and elderly would bring you renown. So the cost would be $10 right away, and then $10 on the first of each month. Your territory may expand to that corner over the next few turns. So if I give her $10 now to help them out, and I pledge to help these people out with $10 every month, then they'll be more open to me. And that's okay, because like, this person here is going to drop off 20 a month right now, right? So she's taking her cut plus another 10. We can probably support that with just this one, but I might need to start extorting other people if I want to get a little bit more than that. I think we're going to go ahead and do that. Respect on this corner is going to start increasing. So she's going to take care of that for me. All I had to do is give her some money, and I had money, so I will. All right, so I got a little bit of movement left. Let's go explore one more corner here. Let's see what we got. We have another one. Oh my God, 4 of you guys? Really? Okay, well, we're gonna have, I think we might have some issues. Next turn. All right, so we've done some work, right? It's June 22nd now, and we've actually leveled up. So we have this little alert up here at the top. It says gain experience from all the hard work. So we can either choose to be a smart opportunist, efficient driver, or well-known brawler. In other words, do we want to have one more action point per turn, one more movement point per turn, or do we want to increase combat effectiveness? I would like to make friends. as much as I can. All right. I don't want to be involved in fighting. All right. If I have fight, I'm going to hire some brawlers for that. All right. I don't need that. So I'm thinking the action points are worth more than the movement points. I already get a bonus movement point because of my carelessness. So I'm going to take Smart Opportunist. Crew's becoming more efficient. So now I get more action points per turn. I believe is what that means. All right. That'll probably take effect on the next turn because I already was awarded. Well, it says 4 action points generated next turn. Yeah. So I already had my action points generated for this turn. So that starts next turn. All right. So let's see who these guys are. These guys might know some people useful to me too. All right. We got some other people here. UK Sharp Bros. He's a druggist. All right. Druggist. What do you buy and sell? All right, I want to buy Stoneware Crocs. I like it. Another seller for Stoneware Crocs. Perfect. And then you right here, what do you got? Not much here. But we get a feeling she also trades in things we don't know about yet. So we don't get to know the full picture yet. She doesn't know us well enough to reveal it yet. So we might need to learn a little bit more about her. We also have a favor with her somehow. We're the same ethnicity. And we also have the friendly, because of my friendly quirk, right? I get +3 because I'm a friendly person. All right, obviously I'm a friendly person. Of course I am. I just offered to protect this guy's business from fires. I mean, come on. Look how friendly I am. There you go. All right, got this place right here. This is James's place. And I can't do any buying and selling or anything like that. I can't see because I'm out of action points. But next turn, I get a bunch more. All right, let me see how my business is doing here. This is under construction for another 3 turns. We're going to need 45 Stoneware Crocs. I got enough money to buy them, and I still have some brick wine here. So why don't we do another round of sales, get some money, and then make sure also that the Stoneware Crocs are in stock and ready to go for next turn. So we're going to come down. I think we come all the way in here. We can just do this. Let's grab the... I can't sell anything this turn, but I can pick it up and use my movement points. So I'll pick up the brick wine. Got 27 more of it. And we'll start by selling it over here. We know we can. So next turn. Okay, hang on. We just met the Detroit Police Department, the DPD. All right. Police officers will make surprise raids at corners with a lot of heat. And other times they will patrol their district and make arrests and may arrest miscreants. It might be beneficial to become good friends with your local precinct officer, perhaps through a recommendation from a shared connection, and then pay them off to ignore your outfit's activities. So this police officer, if we click her, and we can do this with anybody, but police officers do it automatically, it'll show us who she's familiar with, right? All of her acquaintances. So she's familiar with these people, probably because she's been arresting them. They're miscreants. But she's also familiar with this guy and also with Lillian. And she's familiar with a lot of other people, but these are the only people we've ever met and really know really well, right? So what we want to do is probably use this favor to get an introduction to Joyce. And this way we can start with a positive opinion when we address this police officer, and maybe we could even pay her off to ignore our activities in her area. Now her precinct is around here somewhere. Every officer has a precinct, and there's other police officers all over the place. There's precincts all over the place. And officers will patrol their precinct. So if I can pay off this police officer, whatever area she patrols will be safe. But if I enter outside that area, I'm still susceptible from other police officers, right? So you're basically paying off a precinct. Okay, so we're going to want to eventually head up here to Lillian and probably ask her about it, since we have a favor with her, and that's probably the best way to go. But before that happens, since we have all the action points now and we're not on that corner, although, yeah, we're going to sell it on this corner instead. Let's go over and sell our brick wine. And they're already agreeing. They've already agreed to pay more, so we don't have to tell them we want to pay over that price anymore. We already have the agreed upon price. It's 20% surplus, right? So I have it in the car. Let's go ahead and sell it. It's not much, but it's there. And then I'm going to use, maybe I'll come back and, I think I'll come back and get the Crocs from you there. So we'll head on over here for my movement points here. Yeah, I got 3 action points left. Perfect. So, hang on, actually, not this. Buy for sale, brick wine, have some in the car. Go ahead and take it. Same thing here. Now, she's probably on her way to this corner because there's a lot of alcohol sales activity going on here. So she's probably on her way here, and she's probably going to patrol here next time. So I need to do this and then get the hell out of here, basically. So So there's not much to sell because they don't need the full supply all the time, right? They go through it over time. So yeah, we'll head on back over here and we're gonna buy some more stoneware crocs. Can I get a better price on these, I wonder? Let's talk about no. Stop it. Buy stoneware crocs. Talk about your price. 20% discount. That's what I want. All right, cool. They're already at the 120. They already given that to me. Yeah. I'm already having that. All right, good. I wasn't sure if that carried over or not. I mean, it makes sense that it does because the sell price does, but I didn't know. All right, anyway. There you go. All right, back over here, and I want to put stoneware crocs in here. So that's giving me 30. I don't have 45. I need 45, otherwise this thing will not produce anything. So finding another place that's willing to sell me stoneware crocs, like right here, is a good idea. But I don't want to get up here near the cops. So what I'm going to do, because the cop's coming, is I'm just going to get rid of all the money in my account. And then, well, I could just head up here, I guess. She can't arrest me. There's nothing happening there. Now, I don't have anything in my car. So let's go out to the next turn. She's still hanging out here. So what I'm going to do, I don't have the money yet, but I want to just get a feel for her. I want to feel her out here real quick. So I'm going to come over here to Lillian. I got 2 favors, and I would like to... Ooh, talk business? Is that what it is? Oh, I see. The cops are right on top of her, so she won't talk to me right now. That's interesting. Okay, I need to do this with somebody who's not, the cop's not right on her corner. Okay. You have stoneware crocs. All right. I'm gonna have to use a bunch of movement here to do this because I don't want to go through the cop, but I got 1 turn left to get those crocs. So we're gonna bring $100 with me. I'm gonna go this way, then this way, and right here's where the crocs are sold. So we're gonna buy the crocs here. Yep, let's go ahead and talk about that price, get that discount, and then I want to buy all of them. 20 more right there. Okay, good. Now we're gonna head this way, and I got more movement, and I know what to do with, baby. Here we go. And let's put that in there. So now there's 50 of them in there. Perfect. Exactly what I need. Bring that baseball bat back. All right, next turn. And our new operation has come online. We're back in respectable business. Okay, good. So what this is gonna do now, if we take a look at this now, yep, you have 5 crocs. Now that don't make no sense. Wait a minute. That don't make no sense. I'm getting ready in character now, aren't I? Yeah. That don't make any sense. Are you already producing? 0% done. You're already producing, right? Because I had 50 and you used 45. You left 5 left, so you should be producing now. Last production 45. Or did you already make it? Oh, you already made it. Just like instantaneously, huh? Okay. Well, that happened. Cool. So now I need more crocs. And I need to sell alcohol. And I need to do it with this officer right there on top of my person. All right, so we're going to come over here. And let's see what we got here. So who do you know? Let's click this button. See who they know. Nobody really all that special, so we're not going to bother with that. Let's head up this corner. See who this is. And this is Henry's Tire and Brake Service. They probably sell weapons for me. What do you sell? No. I saw a hammer here. I thought maybe you sold some like crowbars and stuff, but all right. So they have bottles and barrels to sell, and they want to buy homemade beer. A lot of people want to buy homemade beer here. I think that might be a good opportunity if I can figure out how to make it. Because I got to figure out how to make it first. Guys, got a scrapyard here. That's going to be a good place to buy a car and get cars fixed. And then this is Eastern Foods. They won't sell me anything because they're being harassed by probably these guys and have been told not to buy anything from me yet. So that's inconvenient. Okay, I'll head this direction. Oh, it's going to cost me more movement. Yeah, because you're going into a brand new place. To scope out a whole corner, it costs 5 movement. So I can go back the way I came, but I can't go to a new place because it costs more movement to scope out the whole place. Okay. That's fine. So we have a couple of other notifications up here, and it's just telling me about the different places that I scoped out. There's also this other new resource here. It says grapes, fruit of the vine for juice and eating, and that's all. Some businesses may be interested in this resource, either the ones you already know of or ones that are yet discovered. So we have a new resource, which is grapes. And I don't know if that is that something that she's producing? Like, how did I get this? I don't actually remember how I got this. Well, either way, we're going to cancel that right now. Okay, so I have one action point left. And I'm a little bit nervous about being by that cop, but this is a new corner. We haven't been there yet, so let's hit next turn. The cop has moved now. Okay. Your respect is rising in this city. Another new corner has been added to your cruise territory. Good. So my front operation has expanded over here. All right. That's good. We now have access to these two businesses and could extort them. Right. We could. But first, I want to make sure I don't have anything in my car. All right. I want to head over here and I want to talk here. She should be more open to talking to me now. Yep. We got a good relationship. And you said that you're willing to help me however you can. Let's talk about that. All right. I want you to put in a good word for somebody that you know to improve my standing with them. And now we get a graphic, same graphic we saw before. These are all the acquaintances that she is familiar with. So we can get a good word with him. That will improve our relationship with him, even though we're extorting him. Or we can click Officer Joyce Livingstone. I think that's probably what we want. So we'll do that. We'll use up a favor, but we're going to get a better relationship with Joyce. Joyce is already going to heard of us. She's heard good things about us from somebody that she already knows, right? Friend of a friend, that kind of thing. And so we have an improved relationship with her now because of that. All right. So now what I can do is head over here to the police officer. And I should be able to communicate with her. Now that I'm on the same corner with her and I'm sitting here, I should be able to talk to her. And we're starting with a 20 opinion, plus 20 opinion. All right. So, oh, hi there. I trust you've been well. I would love an opportunity to show my personal appreciation for all your hard work. Well, I can't accept personal gifts, you understand. But if you really wish to help, the newly established Fraternal Order of Police can use all the support it can get. A worthy cause for sure. What kind of support do you think would be appropriate? Well, for a community leader who really wants to show what they're worth, $260 would not be inappropriate. I understand. Frankly, it would also be a relief to know that someone of such a high caliber is looking after this neighborhood. It would allow us to turn our attention to other areas of the precinct, if you know what I mean. All right, good. So we need to get $260 in our vehicle and to bring that to her. So I'll round up the cash and that's it. So we're going to head on over here and we should have 260 in here, I think. Yeah, we do. 200. Let's go 260. I'll put a little bit extra in the car now that I know we're going to be safe about it. And I don't want to grab the brick wine just yet. And we'll go over here and we're going to suggest the bribe. Do the same thing, same conversation we just had, except this time I can pay her off. Done. I think you might find it's good having friends in high places. Thank you for making this precinct safer. I hope my modest donation helps. Oh, what's this one? I imagine that you must find and confiscate a lot of interesting things on your beat. Things that could be useful to an organization like mine, if you know what I mean. What is this? I think I get what you mean. Have a look in the back of my squad car. I'm going to get a cup of coffee and, silly me, I forget to fill out evidence reports for any of these things. Okay. So shame on you. Shame that you lost your billy club. I imagine that'll be get another switchblade. Thank you. Oh man, what is this? Oh, what is this? I can't have a shotgun, a pistol. I need to have more crew in order to do this. Oh, interesting. Well, I don't know about the switchblade, but I guess I'll take it. Thank you, officer. Thank you for making this precinct a safer place. All right. So she's paid off now, right? Paid off until March 28th. So she's not going to bother us until next year, March 28th. That's pretty good, right? All right. Now that's only for precinct 13 though. Now I don't know where the boundary lines of precinct 13 are, but until I see another officer, I'm going to assume that everything I've seen already is precinct 13. She's the only one I've seen so far, but that means I can do whatever I want near her and she's not going to arrest me. So that means, okay, so the switchblade is a slight increase in damage to the baseball bat. So we'll put the baseball bat away. All right, so we want to grab the brick wine again. Yep. And we're going to head up and try to find a new place to sell it. First, we'll see if anybody here still wants it. They probably don't want much. Yeah, 3 Crocs is it. That's it. We can sell it directly in front of her. It don't matter. So brick wine right there. And my people know that they're paid off already anyway, too. So that's okay. They're not nervous anymore. Let's go see what these guys are. Do you guys sell? Do you guys buy anything? Not going to do anything yet. All right. So in this case, we're going to head back up here. Now, it's possible they have an envelope for us. Yeah. This front has a fast stack of envelopes for you. Good. But I don't have any action points left anyway. Or movement. So let's just get rid of that. All right. That police officer is out of here. Good. All right. So we are going to look at how's the front doing. I believe you have something for me. That's $10. No big deal. Now, they're only collecting 20 and they're giving me 10. All right. So as long as I can continue to have an income that works for expanding, then we're in good shape. All right. Do you sell anything? Yeah, you buy the brick wine. Offers to buy it at 15 a crock. I'm still gonna get the market price, man. Yeah, give me that for 18. That's fine with me. And there's a whole big sale there. Boom, done. Lovely. Let's go and talk to these guys, see if any of them want to buy it. Central Smiths. Now, I can extort these guys too. I don't have a good relationship with them yet. They sell small barrels. Let me see if maybe we can get somebody we do business with. These guys are getting harassed by the troublemakers that are nearby. So we can't do any business with them just yet too. That is inconvenient. Move over here and there's another. Okay, wait a minute. There are 5 troublemaking groups around here. I'm going to have to, like, this is a good thing or a bad thing, right? Sullivan crew. Like, we could beat them up and rob them and get real rich off that. Or I can make friends with them. Maybe have a good crew of a bunch of hooligans around. It might not be such a big deal, right? Might be a good thing. But I'm going to have to try to get in their good graces. I'm going to have to try to get a good positive relationship with them. And that seems like it might be difficult to do. They are neither compliant nor defiant, but they're interested in brawling. Get on their good side and they might be willing to do some dirty work for you. That's what I was thinking. Without anybody connecting it back to you. I'm thinking I make friends with one of them and have them attack another one. That's what I'm thinking. I think I'm going to get 2 of them on my side, and using those 2, we're going to like, hey, both of you go get that person. And then that person's eliminated. Both of you go get that person. And we'll just keep doing that. I think if I can get 2, we overpower the rest of them that way, one at a time. Maybe that'll be how we do it. What about you? You want to buy or sell anything? Yeah, they're obviously getting pressured. All right. Let's come on down here. Now, this person knows somebody that might be useful to me. I have an action point left. So let's see what that's about. What is this person that you think is useful to me? Well, I should meet Philip. Tell me more. Philip is over here. Well, he's in the Sullivan crew territory. I trust your judgment. I'm not really into that yet. Maybe I'll ask you later. I can't use him right now. He's over there. I don't want to get involved in that right now. All right. So let's see. To make more, right? We still need more stonework crocks. I got money now, right? I got money in the car. So I think we buy as many stonework crocks as I can. And that's 20 more there. Let's head on down. I'm out of action points. Yeah, I'm out of action points. These guys also sell the stonework crocks. They do. And they'll buy they'll buy my brick wine too. So we need to know specifically which one of these fools are harassing you. Well, I can't. Those hooligans from Foster and crew. That is what it is. Okay. So from Foster and crew, that is Lang's crew, Foster and crew, Clara. I thought it was one of these 2, but Claire is the one harassing you. All right. Busted up all my windows. Those layabouts have no respect for the working folks. All right. If I can get rid of Clara, or at least get her to stop, then I could do business with this person here. All right. That's going to have to be something that we try to do, yeah? All right. Let's head on over here. We got one more turn. We got to go next turn here really quick. And I want to buy some more crocs. I need to get my place running here. Yep. Go ahead and buy. Get those delivered. And that's not going to be enough. I'm short by 10. So need to find somewhere else. You guys want more brick wine? I got some more. Want some more? Yeah, right there. There you go. Stonework crocs. Anybody? Got barrels, homebrew. No. Anybody? How about these guys? I don't think I've looked at this corner yet. Let's see what these guys do. Hardware store. All right. Cafe Taurus, what do you do? I need action points. Cafe Taurus, what do you do? All right, Stoneware Crocs, perfect. Let's 30 of them. Mine, thank you. I'm not even gonna bother with the discount. You guys sell crowbars and baseball bats. All right, I'll be back. Let's take. Any of you guys want brick? You guys will buy the wine. Hold on, buy the wine from me. Yeah, the 20%. Yep. And oh, I don't have any more in my car. Oh, I thought I had more. Here we go. Go over here and dump the Crocs in there and the money. Let's get rid of the money. I don't want to be walking around with the money. Okay. So I think that's it for the first video. This game is huge. There's so much to do with it. And I'm not committed to like taking it to the very end, all right? It's a big game. I do want to play a good amount. I'm thinking maybe at the minimum 10, 20 videos here. At least until like we get into the other stuff that I can make. But if you guys like this and it does really well, then hey, you know, I'm good. I'm good with carrying on with it. It's a fun game so far, right? I don't know a whole lot about it, but I know enough to get started, and that's what we are. We're started right now, okay? So hope you guys like it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. All you names over here on the left. You're making this dream come true. I appreciate you guys. If you want to learn more about how to support the channel, click that join button as well. We also got a Discord server linked, all that stuff in the description. All right, we'll see you for the next one. Bye-bye.